Neo Frontier 2.0 just released today in Valorant, so let's take a closer look at the skins included in this bundle. The Melee has understandably gotten most of the attention so far, but before we get into that, let's talk about the Vandal. There's something super satisfying about a nice, simple looking skin that still clearly has a lot of work done on the sound effects and animations. If you're a fan of the black market or infantry skin lines, then copying this collection and just leaving the skins on level 2 is going to be a super obvious choice. You do get the full treatment at level 4 though, of course, with the skin becoming a lot more futuristic and cybernetic. I do like how this looks, but particularly with the Sheriff and Marshal from the original Neo Frontier collection, I always find myself going back for the western version of those skins rather than anything else. Either way, this Vandal is clean and pretty slim compared to some of the other bulkier skins we've seen released as of late. Moving on to the animations now, which typically are a standout for this skin line. The equip keeps things relatively simple, although it is definitely different to the standard one, and I feel like it could be angled more to the left than any other gun, but maybe I'm hallucinating that. Then the reload is a nice, flashy, spinning one. While it initially comes off as similar to Aura by one tap, it actually does have a few differences. For one, the magazine just drops out rather than you knocking it out with the next magazine, and then because that left arm starts from somewhere else, the flip is completely different too. That brings us to the inspect animation, which is completely unique, although a little reminiscent of Phase Guard. I love the way you pop out one of the bullets, and it'd be hilarious if that actually made you lose a bullet in game. While the animation itself does not change between the western and futuristic styles, they do have differing musical pieces which are both worth appreciating. Then the same goes for the shooting sounds between those two styles as well. I'll play them both now, let me know which one you prefer. I find the cartoony sort of sound on the futuristic version a little bit too much. And yeah, like I keep saying, this western style is just super clean. Maybe it's too simple for some people, but personally I love it. Now, seeing as this is a 2.0 bundle, the finisher is of course just ripped straight from the first one and reused here, but this is a solid finisher, and I still like the way the agent you killed shows up in the wanted poster at the top of the finisher. Then the same logic goes with the variants, but if you aren't familiar, here you're going to get obviously the green one, the purple, the blue, and the orange as well. Despite how much I've been praising this skin line so far, I do think that the variants are honestly one of the weaker points. Like I said earlier, whenever I use these skins, I normally go for the level 2 or western variant rather than any of these fancy colorways. We do have another pretty sick skin to cover, but I'm pretty disappointed that there are only 2 gun skins in this bundle. Neo Frontier is definitely up there as one of the best skin lines Riot have made, and I think they did it a massive disservice by only including a Vandal and a Shorty this time. A Bucky skin would have gone crazy here, and an Operator could fit this skin line pretty well too. Then you've got some obvious newer weapons as choices too, like the Outlaw and the Bandit. Both of those are sorely missed here. With that out of the way, I do still think this is one of the best Shorty skins in the game, even as someone who hardly uses the weapon. That classic Neo Frontier equip animation is going to be super satisfying on the sidearm, and it is definitely one of the standout parts of the Sheriff and Marshal from the original bundle. Then the reload even has a spin too, and yeah, not much to say here other than this being an incredible Shorty skin. That brings us to this really unique Lasso melee. Just a side note, but I don't think I've ever seen so many comments calling out or correcting my pronunciation before, but here in Australia I've always heard and known this word to be said as Lasso, unless I guess it's in the context of the TV show Ted Lasso. Yeah, I saw so many comments I felt the need to mention that, but more importantly, we obviously have nothing like this in the game. Even the chain type melees feel very different from this, especially when we get to the inspect animation for this one. All of the swings feel pretty fluid as well. The way you sort of stretch and get a feel for the rope after swinging it and returning it to your hand is a really nice touch to me. This right click animation is also going to feel super satisfying in game, as it reminds me of the right click for the Blackthorn melee, which I've been loving as of late. I definitely prefer this unupgraded rope style as opposed to this garden hose variant, and so far I think that seems to be the common sentiment. That brings us to the price of this bundle, which is going to be 6,700 Valorant points. That's cheaper than a normal exclusive tier bundle, but of course that is because this collection only has 2 gun skins rather than 4. Having said that, there is also going to be a mega bundle or a Neo Frontier Runner back bundle, additionally featuring the Marshal, Sheriff, and Phantom. So if you are missing those skins, here is a guaranteed chance to pick them up in your store, which will set you back 9,310 Valorant points if you don't already own any of these cosmetics. I do quite like the Neo Frontier skins, and I think they did a really good job with all 3 of these new ones. My biggest problem, as I mentioned earlier, is the fact that I really think this could have easily been a 4-gun bundle, 4 really strong guns as well. Again, Neo Frontier is an incredible skin line, and I think it would have been much better to additionally see, any of an Outlaw, a Bandit, a Bucky, a Judge, Operator, but instead this was just reduced to a Shorty and a Vandal.